Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking basketball. We are headed to Miami where the Heat are taking on the Mavericks. We've got a promo code. The code is MAY, M-A-Y, for 20% off the entire site of picksandparlays.net. Advance line on this one. Heat minus 3.5 at home. Total is 214.5. We've got the Mavs coming in at 36-28, 30-34 against the number. Meanwhile, the Heat are 35-30. 29, 34, and 2 against the spread. We've got Kurt Alexander here to break this one all down. Kurt, what stands out to you about the Mavericks, the Heat, and this line?
Well, I was looking at the line. We actually just got the line of 3.5, and if I had to choose a side, I would definitely choose the Heat. But I think the better play on this game is going to be that total of 214.5. The Dallas Mavericks are dealing with injury issues and an overworked superstar. Luka Doncic has been pretty much carrying the load for this team, and in the second game of a back-to-back, you really saw it affect them when they took another loss to the Sacramento Kings after beating the Washington Wizards the night before. And this Dallas Mavericks team, they just look really tired, and they also look very inconsistent. You don't really have a second or a third scorer on the team. Tim Hardaway Jr., he's the guy that kind of comes off the bench, and they just give him free range to shoot the ball, shoot the ball, shoot the ball. And he had 16 points in that win against Washington, but that ended up being a 1-point win against a very streaky, hot Washington team right now. And then the next game against the Sacramento Kings, Tim Hardaway Jr. didn't even play. Darian Finney-Smith, that's another one of those players where you're looking for the third scorer from Porzingis not being there. You're looking for somebody to kind of step up. In the second game, he scores 3 points after a night before scoring 22 for him. So this Dallas Mavericks team, you just don't really get the offense that you're going to need from them from anybody besides Luka. But defensively, they are the number 8 ranked defense in the league. That's says something because defense wins ball games, as we know. But when you look on the other side, the Miami Heat, they're the number 3 defense in the league, and they're led by Jimmy Butler and his guys, I guess you could say, because he's definitely the leader of the team. He's the voice of the team, and this team's going to go as far as he takes them right now. So as far as the side goes, I would lean more towards the Miami Heat, but I think the better play is definitely going to be on the under in this one, the under 214.5.
Right. And the Mavericks, at first glance, I wouldn't think of them as an under team, but they have been this season. 28-36 over under record with 36 games to the over, and also 14-18 over under record on the road. So that is a little surprising to me to see that, just because, you think of the Mavs, you think of offense, but they have been
Right.
dealing with injuries all season long. Porzingis, as you mentioned, is doubtful for this one. Tim Hardaway Jr. is probable. So just looking at some of these injury reports, Tyler Hero out, Oladipo obviously out indefinitely.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Obviously, always check the injury report,
Injury
because sometimes
reports.
it's even just injuries. It's not even something. It's just they just don't want to play. But that's the NBA these days. Anything else you think better should know about this one?
Like I said, the under is definitely the way to go. But I said I would lean toward the Miami Heat in this game. But like you spoke of about the injury report, if Tim Hardaway Jr. can make that game, maybe look for an in play. Me and my in play, look for a better in play line. If you could get the Mavericks at maybe double digits, because you'll find that a lot in these NBA games where you'll have these teams, they go down early in the game, and the line is kind of inflated. So if you could get a better line with the Dallas Mavericks, I would definitely lean towards the Mavericks right now. But right now at a 3.5, I think that it's just not enough points for me to ride with this inconsistent Mavericks team.
Right. And then one more thing to point out, the last time these two met, the final score was 93-83, with Dallas winning that one. So definitely a very low scoring game last time out. And the
Yes.
over under on that one was 224 and a half. And that wasn't in, the season of the NBA where everybody's sitting. So one last little tidbit before we wrap it up. That's going to do it for us at Picks and Parlays and our NBA talk. Great stuff from Kurt Alexander as always. Kurt, thanks for joining us.